Carl, welcome to Dallas, back to Dallas, and welcome to the Music Hall.
Thank you.
How long has it been since you've been to Dallas?
Last time was May of this year.
Oh, really? Oh, well, that's just, you missed all the exciting heat of July and
yeah, I
August.
did.
Gosh, we're so sorry.
It's okay. It's
sorry.
okay.
Tell us a little bit about Local Boy Makes Good.
Well, grew up in Dallas, born and bred, and went to Highland Park High School.
Okay.
And I then went to college at Oklahoma City University. Right. Then I made the move to the Big Apple, New York City, and started auditioning for shows. I did a national tour of Spamalot that came through here 2 years ago.
Okay.
And then, went back to auditioning and then booked Nice Work If You Can Get It, and I'm back.
Excellent, excellent. I have to ask you, which elementary school did you go to?
Armstrong Elementary.
All right. Well, see, I went to Bradfield.
Okay.
So,
right.
All right. Well, we'll just pass on that one completely. Joanne Holt was telling me that you did some girl and summer musicals. Joseph Jones and
yes, Joseph Jones and I were co-stars in Singing in the Rain.
Yes.
And it was fantastic. It was so much fun.
Well, Joseph Jones gets a plug from me. He's one of my favorite people. So,
He's great. He's great.
We're just really glad to have you back here. If you could talk to a high school student now and say, if you're really interested in musical theater, this is my to-do list for you. What would you say?
I would say take all the classes you can. Don't just focus on singing. Focus on all three. Focus on singing, voice lessons, acting, different styles of acting, and dance. All three. Ballet, jazz, and tap. Focus on all those and become a true triple threat. And you will have success.
I think one of the exciting things about Nice Work If You Can Get It are the fabulous lyrics by Ira Gershwin. I'd like to describe them as being delicious words because they just feel good when you say them. So what are some of the rhymes in the songs that you hear that just are so much fun to say or hear, to speak, to sing?
I really like, there's not really a rhyme, but I like, grab a cab and go down to where the band's playing, where milk and honey flow down, and everyone is saying blow. I love that part. That's great. That's Sweet and Low Down. Also, the title song, Nice Work If You Can Get It, is fantastic. I love that song, too. I love all the songs. Someone to Watch Over Me is a gorgeous, gorgeous ballad sung by Billy Bendix, and it's beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Now, tell us what you do in the show.
I am a male swing, so I cover 5 ensemble men in the show. In case they get hurt or they're sick, they call out, I step in for them. And I do all the choreography, all the traffic, and whatnot. And then I also understudy Duke, who is a supporting lead role. He's a bootlegger. So I cover 6 total tracks. And I have to be ready to go whenever. And it's a very tough job, but it's a very rewarding job.
How is the mental process of doing that? Do you make notes for yourself, or do you do it all in your head, or how often do you run through everything?
I have a journal for every single track that I cover, and it's that thick, has all the traffic and all the formations laid out on paper. And then I also review the tracks every single day. I don't skim over, I just like, let's just go. And it's a very difficult mental process. There's a lot of stuff going on in my brain, but it's becoming a little easier now that I know everything going on.
It's almost like mental gymnastics, it sounds like. It would be interesting if somebody ever did a scientific study on following people have to think this fast, because I think when one dances, you have to think fast all the time, but to see if there were any cognitive issues in later life. I bet not, because dancers, singers, actors have to think. You have to think on your feet.
Always do. Yep.
What who would you give a shout out to that was a really good influence on preparing you for what you're doing now?
Oh, well, of course, my mother and father, of course. But also J.E. Masters and Linda Raya, who were my theater teachers in high school, who really pushed me to do this and who really influenced me in becoming a better performer and person. So I'd have to give a shout out to them for pushing me this way.
What's the best thing about touring and the worst thing?
Best thing is discovering parts of the country that I probably would never go to if I wasn't on tour. It's beautiful landscapes and places you just are so enamored with. The worst thing, I don't really know if there's a worst thing about touring.
Cool.
I think everything is great in its own sense.
Do you take your own pillow with you?
I don't take a pillow, I take my stuffed wolf.
Oh.
Yeah, stuffed animal wolf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like to sleep with him. He keeps me company.
All right, now I would think of a university mascot as a wolf, and that's obviously not where you're coming from.
Oh, no.
I don't know a wolf in the state of Texas or Oklahoma.
Oh no, it's just a stuffed animal wolf. Keeps me company all the time.
Well, I'm glad you don't have a suitor wagon with you or something. That would be hard.
Well, yeah.
Would be hard on your head. Do you when you have to step into a role, do you get 20 minutes notice, 5 minutes notice?
Usually it's about the day of notice, but it could possibly sometimes be a 20-minute notice. You never know, so I have to be ready.
Well, we're glad that you gave us a few minutes of your valuable time. Thank you so much for coming in and talking.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.